All right, right now we're building out a new concrete lifting website, and I just wanted to share with you our thought process and our system for consistently building out these new websites that help concrete lifters just drive a lot more visibility and a lot more calls. And really, it starts with the consumer, right, and their journey and what they're looking at around their home, and what they're experiencing. So, nobody wakes up and thinks I want concrete lifting or I'm interested in polyfoam or anything like that, right? They just have a problem at their home. Maybe one of the kids tripped in the yard on the driveway playing basketball because of uneven concrete, or maybe grandma tripped, on the walkway, or there's pooling water, on their driveway or something like that. It's usually something that makes that phone call happen or that interest happen. And so people grab their phone, they ask AI or Google questions like, why is my concrete sinking? Or why is my patio sloped incorrectly? Or why is my pool deck, need to be lifted? Things like that, right? So we've got to think from their mindset, right? And so we need to answer all the questions that these people have because they don't know anything about concrete lifting, right? Like, this is a very niche space. People don't know much about it at all. They just know they have a problem and they need it fixed. But they have concerns, right? You're talking about the idea of coming and drilling holes in their very expensive concrete, right? People don't necessarily trust that inherently, right? It's something that they are not accustomed to. It sounds like it could be messy. It sounds like it could be, possibly, damaging to their property. It might not look nice afterwards. So they have all these concerns, right? So it's the job of this sales tool, of your website, of your asset here, to answer all those questions and build all the trust necessary so that when somebody actually does find your website, that they actually get all the answers and all their concerns, answered there. And when you can do that, then you're going to drive a lot more calls. And so also at the same time, if you're answering all these questions and building this proof through your website, well, it's going to help you to actually pop up on AI searches and on Google searches and whatnot. So helps you get found, helps you close jobs. So we'll just kind of quickly walk you through kind of our high level setup for these pages in these websites that we build, because it's one thing to go from a little starter website, and I'll show you the website that these guys are coming from. Here's their site now, and it's all of 10 pages. The home page here just has a little bit, but you'll notice there's nothing that visually connects if you're a customer, potential customer, right? You don't see trip hazards here. You don't see pooling water. You don't see things that, again, people are describing around their home that they see, right? And that's ultimately what you need to do. You need to have the words and phrases that people are searching for on your website. And if you do, you're going to be able to pop up. But if not, it's going to be hard. On their leveling page, it's basically the same setup, just a little bit of text and the same real basic videos. Not much of videos, just a couple little slideshows. And that's pretty much it. Just a few little pages, about us page, and a gallery. So that's really the extent of the site. Now, conversely, if we look at the site here that we've got, I'll walk you through the home page here. You'll see, instantly you get that connection, right? People see it's uneven concrete. There's a level there. On the other side, it was just a picture of a driveway, a generic, picture. You don't see an actual problem there. And people need to see the problems that they have, right? So you'll see lots of examples and lots of content in here. All the bullet points of the different things that they do. And we work in all the different terminology that people might be searching for. So again, that helps you get found. Lots of before and afters. Again, you got to build trust, right? You don't have a lot of time to build trust. You need to be able to have people who are scrolling on their phone or on their computer to just quickly see, oh yeah, that's my problem at my house. Yep, that's exactly what I ran into in our driveway. That's how my kid tripped. So if you can include all that stuff, it's going to connect. And again, it's going to help you get found. So we have lots and lots of content, but we break this stuff up so it's visually easy on the eyes and it gets the job done. So these are links to pages for all these different settings on the residential side, and then you can do the same thing on the commercial side if you offer that as well. All these different settings that high, very large potential jobs need to have their concrete lifted. So in this particular case, this is for a mud jacking company. And then again, all the additional services here that they offer as well, right? So they do caulking, sealing. So we've got pages for that. And again, visually, people can see, oh yeah, that's exactly what I see at my house. I've got all this washed out soil under under my patio there. So again, just visually seeing that. More before and afters. Testimonials that are linked to the Google business page. Again, we're building trust, right? And then make it easy on people to contact you. So all these things, they answer people's questions. It builds trust. So lots of FAQs. Again, trust, and content for Google and AI. So you get found, and you close jobs. Now let's just take a quick look at, say, pool deck page, right? Pool deck, that's a different buyer than, say, a driveway leveling customer, right? People are sensitive around their very expensive pools. They might have some really nice decorative concrete. So if you're looking to hire somebody for that, you're going to be wary of like, hey, they're drilling holes into my like really nice stamped colored concrete. Like, how's that going to be? And also, like, do I have to drain my pool if they're working around with this foam stuff? Like, people don't know these things, right? So if you build out these pages the right way, you're going to answer all those questions. You're going to show real proof, real settings and problems that people see at their homes, before and afters of, okay, yeah, we don't need to be stubbing our toe here, and cool, they can fix that, so you can answer all these people's concerns. Here we've included even, some commercial settings as well to tap into that buyer. But again, real photos, real examples, pooling water, stubbing, trip hazards, all this stuff is included. And then drilling down to, actual frequently asked questions for that particular setting and that sort of buyer persona, right? Because again, a pool deck customer, again, is totally different than somebody who just needs like their AC unit slab leveled, right? So, if you can go into detail about all the different things that are relevant to that setting, again, it's going to answer all their questions, position you as the expert, and it's going to bring you traffic at the same time and customers, because Google and AI are going to serve you up as the number one resource in your area when you're the only one who actually has the resources about this sort of content and these questions and answers. So again, these are assets you build out. You build this sort of stuff once. This will serve you for years and years to come. Organically, it drives traffic. And then if you're also doing ads, this just makes your ads so much more efficient, because when people come to your website, they're going to choose you. They're not going to go find an answer from somebody else, because nobody else has the answers in your area. So that's kind of the philosophy that we take. We go through and answer all the different questions and all the different settings, both residential, commercial. Just continue to show lots and lots of proof. Feature things like your warranty, all the before and afters, anything you can do to just build that proof. So that's the idea. Rinse and repeat that through all the different pages. Yes, it's work, but it is an asset that will pay for itself very, very quickly when done properly. So that is the that is the idea there. And again, going back to that pool deck page, if you're somebody who's looking to hire somebody for your pool deck and you come to this page and they say leveling, you see nothing about pool decks, right? There's no proof. There's no real reason that you would believe these guys have any experience with pool decks. They don't answer any of those questions. They don't show any proof. So, who would you choose if you were, in the market? You're going to hire the guys here who go into absolute detail and have photos and all the questions answered, or a company who says, yeah, we can do pool deck leveling. Sure. That's kind of the idea here. So hopefully that helps frame how building out this website the proper way. It's just really one of the best investments that you're going to be able to make, and it's going to drive business for years and years to come. Ultimately, this is your 24/7, 365 number one sales tool. So loading this thing up with all the right answers and questions and content is just going to be a huge benefit to your business.